who is the biggest fraud in a marriage? Now, this seems a bit controversial, but it's something that we hope to dissect and put out there.
Right.
When we talk about fraud, let's talk about a marriage that's, gone over the years, over time. They've experienced certain things. Men generally do not change. Men remain the same, but women evolve faster.
No, men don't remain the same. But keep going.
Wait, I'm going. Let me land. Women evolve faster. Women grow faster. And that's why, even while we were younger, you wouldn't necessarily go out with someone that's of the same age. Most men prefer to go out with younger women, whether it's a couple of years or, miles ahead. Now, who really benefits from being married? Especially when the marriage is becoming difficult. And I know within the four of us here, we have about almost,
6 wives?
50. 6 wives. No.
Hey, are you sure you're going home tonight?
I was going to say 50 years of marriage experience.
Yeah.
So, who do you think is the biggest fraud in a marriage? Because do men bring, how genuine they are to the marriage, or do women do it? Because most guys that I talk to will tell that after about 2-3 years, their wives change. They become who they were not. And that's why most women and most men, there's a bit of falling out because I'm the same guy, but she's evolved, she's changed, she's gotten a bit much, seasoned. I was going to use a particular word, but I'm thinking I need to go home tonight. So,
so when you talk about who's the biggest fraud in marriage, I think that should apply to marriages that are a little bit shaky or fraudulent. If you meet a happy home, would you think that there's like something fraudulent happening in that marriage?
So let me clarify. When I talk about fraud, and let me just put it. Do you think most women bring their true selves from the very beginning? Do women really bring the true selves?
But like you said, people evolve, and things change. We should, and I don't know if people agree with this. Marriage was designed or is designed to benefit the woman more. You get me? Marriage is designed to benefit the woman more. That is why most women, when growing up, they aspire to be wives. They aspire to become wives and mothers. That's why they always look forward to men approaching them and proposing to them at the end of the day. For a lot of men, if they had their way, they would stay single longer.
Okay.
You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
If they had their way, they would stay single longer. Okay. So women benefiting more from marriage, and also a lot of marriages, a lot of situations, men feel like they're rewarding single ladies by asking them to become their wife. It's what I can do for you. We've had this relationship to the point that it's gotten to the stage that let me make her my wife. That sort of completes a certain cycle.
Okay.
Then when she becomes your wife, and you see, that's why some men are privileged to have more than one wife, because they'll be like, okay.
You're privileged?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm privileged in the sense that
Clarity.
privileged in the sense that they've had one experience. Like how many women do you hear have more than one husband?
At the same time?
At the same
different
time.
times?
At the same time.
At the same time.
A woman has to leave a husband to get another husband, but a man can stay husband.
No, but I think
legally
no,
that
but
can
there are
happen.
cultures that a woman can marry more than one guy.
Yeah, but it's very rare.
Very rare, yeah.
It's very rare. So at the end of the day, women benefiting more, they now tend to find a way to find a man, keep a man, and then show any character they want to after they've caught the man.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm going to break it
let's
down,
hear from you, Dak.
and I just want us all to pay attention. The first thing.
Okay, let me bring out my notepad.
Now, hold on. The first thing, and I'm not going to say that this gender is fraud or that's a fraud. I want you all to dissect this together with me. Now, when a single lady is ripe for marriage and she's ready to get married, what does she do in preparation to meet a man? She prepares by getting beautiful, doing her makeup, getting her hair done, makes sure that she dresses properly, speaks properly, looks respectful. She wants, to be at her best just to meet the person that she wants to be with, right? Now, oftentimes than not, men don't really care what they wear to meet a lady. Okay, yes, just look good. I mean, look neat. Meet up with the lady. But a lady is, concerned about her looks.
Yeah.
She wants to speak properly. She wants to dress properly. She wants to go out and all of that, right? And then afterwards, courtship begins. Whilst that courtship is, in progress, have you noticed that they never want you to catch them without their wigs? Have you noticed that they never want without their makeup? If they get up in the morning, they will quickly get up and go and brush their teeth and come back and say, "Hi, good morning, baby." You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they want to maintain the steez, right?
Yeah.
And then when they get married, in fact, wait, before they get married, at the point where it gets to the stage where they want to meet the parents of the guy, have you noticed that they become the best? They're very soft-spoken. They want to look like, the best wife. They would even ask their husband to be, "Baby, what do you think your parents will like? Should I do this? Should I cook this?
Best
Should I
behavior.
take that?" They'll be at their best behaviors. But eventually, when they get married, what then happens? Let me tell you something a friend of mine, a neighbor of mine told me before I got married. He said, "Let me tell you something. You see your wife? You see how mushy and loving and, all of that, be wary. Because when you get married, you'll see the true person." Now, let me tell you something. When you eventually get married, what happens afterwards, after first year? Do you think that she will care that she still has a makeup on? Do you think she will care where she dropped her wig? Do you think she will care if she looks good to your family members? Right? Second year goes by. Third year, she drops a kid. Do you think she will care about looking good? Fourth year, she drops another kid. Do you think she will still care about that steez? All right? So at what point do we look at the man as the person who has gained? What exactly is the man's gain? Now, let's fast forward to after the children have grown up, they have gone to college, they've gotten married. Who still goes to live with the children? Is it the man or the woman? So
Wow.
I leave you with...
Okay, so Rich
you've answered
Uncle,
the question
I
saying
definitely, Rich
it's
Uncle
on women.
has been digesting all
Exactly.
what Deck has been saying, and
Exactly.
it seems like something's going to come out.
No, so I think
Something-
the way
something.
I think the way society is set up, the way society is set up, women are usually groomed from a very young age to aspire to marry. So maybe they want to, maybe they don't want to, but I mean, it's programming like, okay, you go to school, when you're done with school, you get married, you have kids and all of that. But I also, it's still, for me, it's still all society. So if you're dating a girl, for example, you guys don't sleep and wake up in the same house, right? So every time you see her, she's all done up, she's well-dressed, she's smelling nice, and a lot of effort goes into that.
Right.
But when she has you in the kitty, there's no, what's the effort for?
Exactly.
They here now.
But exactly.
You wake up on
My
the same
point
bed.
Exactly.
It is what it is.
So that's
And
the thing.
so funny
We need to
enough,
answer it ourselves.
No, but funny enough, a lot of men do it too. A lot of men do it
yeah,
too.
absolutely.
A lot of men do it too. If we're going to
I
be
didn't
honest,
leave it out.
if we're going to be completely honest, a lot of men do that too. Like when they are
let go.
chasing a girl,
Yeah.
they're on their best behaviors, and then when you have the girl, you just slide back. And that's why I always tell people that you must always, as a man, I'm not a woman, so I can't speak for women, but as a man, whatever attracted that woman to you, you can never stop doing it. Not just that woman.
Okay, so Rich Uncle, you're getting the point now. Yes.
No, but whatever attracted that woman to you, you can never stop doing it. If you want to see the other side of your wife, fall off in life. Just fall off.
So Rich Uncle has just answered the question.
Fall off. Your eye will clear.
Genuinely, if things change in terms of personality, characters, and certain things that were invested at the very beginning, and let's say it's from the man, is it the man's fault that the woman is reacting? Like a man who, started taking his wife to, the best, restaurants, night outs, dates and all of that. Now they're married. 2 years into being married, he stops all of a sudden. So who is responsible, the man or the woman?
So,
Because a lot of men generally do this. They're trying to, get the woman to like
So in
them.
long-term relationships, there'll be ups and downs, right?
Yep.
The moment you see it start going
Slopes and
down,
slides.
do something. That's what I always say, do something.
Well,
So perfect example where there was a time my wife and I, every Friday, before the BlackTable, every Friday we're always going out. And then one
You say we caused
No.
caused problems.
when I'm not in the country, I wish I was here. So it didn't cost anything. And then I can't even remember what happened. And then one weekend we didn't go out. Then the next weekend we didn't go out. Then it became a norm. And I didn't really see it. But one day she just said, now wow. The moment she said that, now wow. Oh yeah, wear your shoe. Let's go. Life happens as if life will happen to you because you're dealing with a lot of things. Life will happen. But once you see those gaps, plug them. Plug them. And for whatever reason it is, I mean, if you're in a long-term relationship, it's going to get boring at some point.
Yeah.
So you guys need to both be on your 10 toes. You have to stand on business. Like, okay, hey, so where are we going today? And a lot of times, it's not necessarily money. You'll be surprised at walking down the road with your wife for 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's more
different.
It's more than
Walking
everything.
down the road and walking back home.
Absolutely.
Together.
You see, Olamide, to be honest with you, right? I will not say there is fraud or somebody is the fraud. I would say, you see, this thing is a contract.
Yeah.
It's a social contract between a man and a woman. We have decided that we want to be together. Why? Is it because I want you to help me with kids? Is it because I want you to help me groom my kids? Is it because I want to be your husband and provide for you and give you, a family or a house and what have you, and work and take care of you and the kids, right? It's a back and forth. It's an agreement between two people. Two people coming together to say, you know what, I want to be with you and you also want to be with me, all right? The truth is this, we cannot measure the importance of both parties.
Okay.
Every person in that institute
Take responsibility.
has
Bring
their
something.
own responsibility.
Everybody's bringing something
And so you
to
just
the
have to
table.
meet halfway, because the truth is, even in the illustration that I made about, the pre-marriage, the marriage, and, I won't say post-marriage, because the truth is, at that point, it becomes post-marriage because love doesn't even exist at that time. It's friendship that,
You have to be friends.
that
You have to
keeps,
be friends with
that
them.
holds everything.
That's why I wanted
know?
to say sometimes your partners, the desire to be with your partner shouldn't always be physical. Women know that things attract a certain man, so they want to look a certain way and keep that look going
And that is where BBL comes in.
So, true. now,
Well, it's the truth now. That's where it comes in now.
but truth about the matter is, some men pretend to be a certain type of way
A lot.
to get women.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
and
what I
have
said
them.
earlier.
Women also decide to be a certain type of way to get these men.
Absolutely.
But the question is, who does it more? And because, like we said, marriage is basically designed for the women, women tend to do it more to seek for a husband.
Absolutely, I agree.
And then the change now comes in the marriage,
And
where
it's
you
said,
now ask yourself,
it's said that
what am I
the
doing
female gender is actually more than men, especially now in the world. And you see, the truth is, I think I saw a video of a lady literally begging other women that, please, let some women marry your husbands. We're too much outside. Like, help us to have women in the house.
At the same time, as a statistician, I'll tell you, statistics show that most divorces or separations are filed by women.
Yes.
Very
true. Very true.
No, but
So women also control the marriage, and most of them are the ones that decide they want
when to walk away.
They decide they want to leave.
And if you check those marriages, I always say this, if you check those marriages where you say 70% of women are filing for divorce, most times, whatever attracted them to that man, it's not there anymore.
I agree.
It's not there anymore.
Missing.
It's missing.
Maybe the guy falls off the wagon and what have you. And literally, see, let me tell you something.
But isn't that what marriage is about?
No. So
rich, poor, sick, healthy.
So that's the thing.
That's fraud in it.
So let me tell you something.
That's
Some
a
women,
fraud in it.
No, so
guys,
the
some
mistake-
It's
people,
no longer
some
there.
women,
That means you didn't marry me for me.
some women say to
Does
you,
anyone
guys,
actually get married?
some women
for-
say to you that for richer, not for richer, for poorer. There's nothing like poorer.
So the
You
reality-
poor, she goes.
So the
That's
reality,
it.
the reality of life is that men, and I always say, I've said it before, that men are the only ones that actually love women without reasons.
True.
Without conditions. Like, oh, the girl. A man can marry a girl because, oh, she's been with me when I didn't have anything.
Yeah.
A woman will not marry you because you were there with her when she was ugly, and now she's fine. She feels she needs to reward
Rich uncle,
you.
have you heard the
It will
saying?
never
Have
happen.
you heard the
It will
saying?
never
Have you heard the
happen.
saying that when you ask a single lady, why do you think you want to marry this man? Have you heard the saying? Because he has potential. Do you know what that means?
Yes, that means I've
Do you
looked
know?
at,
Do you know?
I've
Wait.
looked at the
Do you know?
trajectory of his
Wait.
life.
The trajectory.
What am I
We
making?
know that. This guy.
Oh, my make it.
You know, permutation. She's permutating and checking that it's
Stock
like
market.
You know
It's going to rise.
So imagine saying it go down.
The reality
you understand what I'm saying?
Nobody will forever be there.
Yeah.
A man will marry a woman because, why are you marrying this girl? I love her. Yeah. Why do you love her? Oh, no, she get good character.
Exactly.
A woman, on the other hand, it's a business.
You have to tick all the boxes.
It's a business.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. It's basically
because she knows,
an agreement.
She knows in her mind.
It's a business agreement. I'm
she knows in her mind
real.
that if this ship drowns, I'm drowning with this ship.
Exactly.
So it's for women, it's a very calculated decision.
You know what?
On this note, we need to take all the feedback.
So sorry. Have you ever asked yourself that why do rich people make sure that they marry
within their circle?
Yeah. Have you ever thought about it? Do you think it's because of love? Most of them don't love each other, which is essentially why they get married just to keep the. Do you know that people actually want to keep their family names?
Yep.
Okay.
Bro, what are you saying now?
All right, on that note, I'm just going to run through the social media feedbacks, and then, gang, you'll be taking just the tip for us tonight.
Yes.
Again,
Because my wife is here.
Yes.
You're taking it, just the tip.
I like that. I like that.
Just the tip.
Remember, it's just the tip.
Not
You can go inside, it's fine. You can go inside, it's fine.
All right,
because
so
I dare you to go inside.
Do not go inside. I dare you, but do not go inside.
Though. Don't do it.
If you're boy, we're going inside.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
So, at Jamila says suicide is never an option. It's an unforgivable sin.
It is, actually.
According to who?
No, but it's a coward's way out.
No, let's not have that debate.
Bro, why are you killing yourself?
It's something
bro?
that I really can't talk about
No,
right
why
now.
are you killing yourself?
At Gogo says, will we not see what will push us to take our lives? So sad, take out Olamide.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And then we have at Mary R. She says, what about cop we don't fool, they overpour, but they don't want to give? Some people just don't want to help.
Yeah,
That's
you see,
in response to
but that's entitlement there.
in response to what Rich Uncle
No, but that's
said.
it's not
entitlement
your
there,
business whether it's
full or not.
Do you know what the person did for it
For
to
the
overflow?
company,
Yes,
fool.
Come on now.
Atiaya says some people are just over entitled. They just
Yes.
don't know when
Now,
to
blood
stop.
money, do you want?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm on the
Then
one too.
at show yo says gang and Rich Uncle are making mad sense tonight. Well done, sirs. Hello. You people, you left my brother Deck out.
No, but he's known to always make sense.
It wasn't me, no. Like you say we have always been stupid. No, because that's what it means.
They can't handle
we
us.
are making sense tonight.
They can't handle the
We
truth.
are making sense tonight. So are you saying we don't make sense on other nights? Who be the person?
At Aji says women and men are equal frauds in marriage, Ojare. Everybody they hide their way until they say I do.
To an extent,
Yeah,
To an
to an
extent,
extent,
yes.
yes.
To an extent.